So with the default inbox, you'll start to see that I have now a primary inbox on the top left, and then one's called social promotions, updates, and forums. Now these are pre-selected; these are already built in the default options. And they allow you to begin yourself to filter into these. And also, like I said, Google will start to recognize where your emails might best belong. But you can always change it. So I think the first thing to show you is how do I label something as social promotions or updates? And then how do I unlabel it? So let's have a look through my inbox here. See, I've got an unread, a social media update. Something might be if you have Twitter integrated or any of the social media integrated with your email, you may receive these sorts of updates. And the easiest thing to do is to right click on them. And then label as social. So if I label it as social, you'll see it will disappear, sometimes mercifully, and end up in the social tab. And once Gmail starts to recognize that you do this regularly, or it actually recognizes it fairly quickly, it will start to place emails that are related to your social media updates into the social tab, whether they are read or unread. And so you could then visit your social media tab and kind of filter through. It will start to do the same with promotions. So I wonder if I have any promotions here. I have an update. So let's put another one into the update. Remember, right click, label as, in fact, it's because I've started it. Oops. So I've got an update here, unstar it, and then label as updates. So that's good. It's done. And then it will fire itself off to updates. Now, you might think, oh, okay, well, hang on. If it's auto firing things away, how do I advise it that those things aren't those tabs? And so if we go back to the social one, you can tell Gmail that it's not, and I want it back in my inbox or somewhere else using exactly the same method. So using right click, you can relabel as, and you can either unclick it to social and then it'll end up in your inbox, or you can change it to something else that's more appropriate. And again, you can start to build these in. So I will unlabel as social, apply, it'll leave the social tab and end up back in my primary tab. Okay. Well, one important thing to note about this is that starring will override those tabs as well. So if you star a tab or if you star an email, it will bring it back to your primary because you've inferred that it's important. Let me just quickly take you to some of the settings and options for this again. So if we go to settings, scroll down to our default inbox and press customize, you can decide which tabs you want to enable. So it's quite simple. It's very user-friendly in this instance. And so you can decide if you don't have updates or you don't really think any of your communication aligns with forums, you can move that. And then here's the option to change include starred in your primary inbox. So if you want starred messages in your social, you can uncheck that box and it'll allow it.